All right. So we are greetings in the name of the Most High, King Selassie, Kadamawi Jah, Rastafari. We are here tonight with the great man Asadenaki, straight out of Jamaica, and we are very honored and blessed on Alaroots to be speaking and hearing from you, from DI. We were at your show. Two of your shows actually at the Dub School and with the Community Collective. It was mad. Montreal loved your show. It was very beautiful, and so we learned about your songs, and so we want to know a little bit more. So right now tonight we're gonna talk a bit about your songs, about your videos, about your work as an artist, and also about your tour and about all different kind of things. So. Good evening, Asadenaki. Can you say a little word of greetings to the people, and also maybe start with where your name comes from?
Yes, blessings. First of all, I love it here in Montreal, so big up to the beautiful people of Montreal. It's been a beautiful vibe here. You don't know. In the name of the Most High, we're here doing His work, doing Jah work, pushing the sound of love and unity. You know what I mean? And the whole Asadenaki, it's a weird name, Asadenaki. It means mystery. I was given the name by my father, so it's my real name, my birth name, middle name. And yeah, man, life is a mystery, We have to really enjoy life for the mystery that it is, because at the end of the day, we don't know what to expect with life. Life is something you can't predict. So Asadenaki is a person you can't predict, same way, isn't it? So Asadenaki fits me, I believe.
Okay. Wonderful. And so the people of the world discovered you pretty recently, if I'm not mistaken, with your tune Living. Mm-hmm. That was your first kind of big success. Mm-hmm. So can you tell me a little bit about that song, how you wrote it, and how it came to be so famous and successful?
Thanks for calling the song famous. But it's a vibe. I will tell you a story. So one day I washed my hair and go outside, and because in Jamaica the sun is very hot. So instead of using a blow dryer, I can just use the sun. So I was sitting outside drying my hair like I do. Sometimes it's a light up a little spliff and the whole vibe. And the sun was drying my hair, and then my neighbors see me outside, because I sit out there for hours because it take a while. So they'll see me outside, and they all come around me and just start having a conversation. So I heard one of them say to the next, "How you doing?" And the next one say, "Yeah, once me have life." And I was, just the concept of him saying that, I was like, yo, once you have life, you're right. Like, you have to be okay. Once you have life, you're good. So I said, no, I sang that. You know what I said? And them time, Asadenaki as a solo artist, I didn't push out any singles as yet. So I said, this vibe, I'm like, this is the vibe I'm gonna go with as a first message to the world. Once you have life, you understand? So linked up with a producer from Edna Manley, which is a performing arts school in Jamaica. Big up to Edna Manley. And linked up with a producer from there, and he had a nice rhythm, bubbly rhythm. And I said, this is the rhythm. So I take the rhythm from him. I put my piece to it. I give him my piece with the rhythm, and he transformed the rhythm. Because he liked what I brought to the rhythm. He put horns, and he styled up the rhythm and say, "Oh, now this is presentable now as a song." First it was just a rhythm, now it's a song. So Living has been doing very well for me. It's a message that the people gravitate to, because everyone loves life, everyone appreciates life, and everyone is living their life. So it's just one of them tunes that I think is a natural connection between Asadenaki and the people. Especially here, the people in Montreal, they love it.
Yes, I.
Say I'm feeling good, I'm living, so I'm feeling good. I'm living my life, I'm keeping my head high. Tell I'm late to race, live life to the fullest. How you expect fi gone away if you sit down pan your ace? Better try your best, not make time go to waste. Nothing no come overnight, no be ridiculous. I fi walk round the clock non-stop, like a second hand to put the fire under the pot. So I'm giving thanks for what I've got. One like you better than me, but me now watch that. Car once me have life, me good, live good, everybody feel good. Once me have life, I'm great, can't complain. Me just have one all the faith. Car once me have life, me away. Jah put me as a for a reason. Car once me have life, I'm living, and I'm feeling good. Me no come here so feel lay, hustle daily, every day a payday. Pagan a pray me fall like Mayday, but Jah making things shut off like AKA. Positive so the naughty move, can't go wrong from you have the right attitude. So me I live my life with gratitude. Jah provide knocky food, living in a happy mood. Once me have life, me good, live good, everybody feel good. Once me have life, I'm great, can't complain. Me just have one all the faith. Cause once me have life, me away. Jah put me as a for a reason. Cause once me have life, I'm living.
What we love about your music is, for up to now, is that it's accessible messages that can talk and relate. Everybody can relate to them. We were talking, you and me, about how meeting the people halfway in reggae music. Do you want to say a little word about that?
Well, yeah, you know, pretty much what I wanted to say about meeting people halfway is that, you know, when you make your messages about just yourself or about the struggle, then you're cutting off half of the people. You're cutting off people who don't struggle. You're cutting off people who are not you, which is a lot of people. So you have to kind of think about what the people want to hear about. So, for example, living is meeting the people halfway because everyone is living. You know, everyone, and I want everyone to give thanks for life. I want everyone to appreciate their life because, you know, if you appreciate your life, then your mental is different. You have a different mind frame. You're not thinking so negative because you're thinking with gratitude. You know, the first thought is gratitude. You're grateful that you're alive. So then after that, it's more of a positive outlook on life. So living is about meeting them halfway kind of vibe. And all of my songs, like I said, you know, I like to write about subjects that we can all relate to because before I'm a Rasta, before I am a African, I am a human. And we're all human. So there are things that we all have in common. So I try to keep my subjects, you know, of course I'll write songs about my personal, you know, but I try to keep it on that base level, a human base level.
Cool. Respect for that, you know. But I think Bob Marley had something in common with that. Like, that's a reason why we loved Bob Marley so much, is that his songs spoke to everybody, pretty universal. And even, so the Rasta wisdom is hidden in your songs. Can we say this? Mm. Yeah?
Yeah, definitely, because, you know, even with Jah Love is real, because, you know, I are Rastafari, and I know Jah Love is real, because I know, you know, being a Rastafari, I have been the most, you know, connected, and the closest I've been with the Most High is since it's Rastafari, because, you know, Rastafari is all about the Most High. Rastafari is reggae music is the only music that it makes gospel music like pop music. You know, because most of reggae music is singing about the Most High, which is gospel. You know, gospel, they sing about God, but it's like mainstream music. You know, Rasta music is playing in the club, but we are singing about the Most High same way. So it's a thing that really brings me closer to the Most High, and I give thanks for the Most High's blessings on me. You know, I'm here in Montreal talking to you.
See, so the people can find your tunes right now mostly on Reggaeville YouTube. You have beautiful videos for each one of your songs. I mean, I wasn't saying that as a compliment, kind of as a fact. You know, they're really awesome videos. People should go and check them out. You worked on those videos yourself a lot, right? You work on videos. So in Jah Love is Real, we can see you did a whole thing about with a dancer that represents different elements of nature. Anyways, a beautiful work. Talk to us a little bit about this video.
Okay. Yeah, man. Well, I want to big up Kimiko Versatile. She's a very popular dancer in Jamaica. She actually is a dance teacher. She travels the world teaching dance. So I have to big her up because we got her involved. She's a dancehall dancer, but she got involved in this reggae project. And yeah, it's the concept, you know, is about you know, connecting to nature, because Jah Love is real, but a lot of people think Jah Love is this, you know, mental thing and it's a spiritual thing, but it's very physical, it's very literal, you know, because we drink water, we walk on the ground, you know what I say, we like heat, we like fire, we use fire to cook, big up Preach in the kitchen, you know what I say. So at the end of the day, it's real, it's real, you know, it's not just a thought, it's real. That's what the song is saying. Jah Love is real. So in the video, like I said, you know, we show the elements, you know, water, fire, air, and earth. So the dancer Kimiko represents all these elements, and some of the instruments represent air, the trumpet. And yeah, man, you know, we like to, you know, I'm a video film buff, so you know, I'm very in tune with my videos. I edit them, you know, not all of them, but some of them myself. I direct some of them myself. And in this video, it was very artistic, you know, and yeah, you have to big up the concept of this one was from a person in Jamaica, Simone Simpson. So I have to big up Simone Simpson. And yeah, it was a great video for us as far as the concept.
That's super interesting, how nature and all these things, which is the living Jah that we have around us all the time, it's so real and touchable and feelable. Yeah, man. Big message. And you have also this other, I guess, tune that's also talking about like the real thing about the livity and about Rasta Works is Go Getta Meds. That's kind of bringing things down to earth and saying, go get it, whatever you want, go get it, right? Can you tell me a bit about this tune?
Yes, so Go Get a Meds is a mentality. You know, we all want things in life, but we don't, sometimes I don't think we go after it, you know, and instead of sitting and waiting, you know, things are done, you know, every action, there's a reaction. So usually when you make a move, some move is gonna be made for you. So don't think about it like, you know, you're gonna do it all yourself, but you have to make the move. So Go Get a Meds is a mentality thing. We're saying, yo, now sit down, wait for no one to give away nothing. We have to go. You know what I say? So, you know, you have to know better. That's the song saying you have to know better than sitting down. You have to know better than that. Isn't it? So Go Get a Meds is a song that everybody gravitates to that song in Jamaica, especially because it's a, you know, it have a very dancehall kind of vibe, dancehall feel in the instrumental, in the music. And the message now is a song that people, you know, Jamaicans are go-getters. You know, Montreal people are go-getters, you know, you're a go-getter, you know, big up to all of them.
As the sun arises, I saw me rise up onto the bed. Eyes is unto the Father, cause I him protect me head. Find this with the bro, so me get me bread, roll up a spliff, fill with the meds, and then I full speed ahead. How when them boss say, no walk, no they are road. Not turn on me yard when nothing was no dead. So rather go hustle for the dollar, euro, pound, and the peso. And Babylon can't have me show. Rasta man up have me show, man I go. Get tired, now sit down with but no one fi give me nothing coming no. Better, real hustler no how fi make some out of nothing manna. Go get a manna. Go get a real. Go get a. Now sit down, come follow me now. Me done chat. Now go sponge for nobody fake come fat. Pocket skinny hustle until they become fat. No par with no cruff and with no link with no pay pat. Friday fish free fry. I live just a go for spread. Remember hungry days when the food get ration. Mama used to say go take your hand make fashion paper. Me put the pen pan. No man me not depend pan. Me rather wear out me foot before me stretch out me hand go. Get tired. Now sit down with but no one fi give me nothing coming no. Better. Real hustle no how fi make some out of nothing manna. Go get a manna. Go get a. Hey, go get a. Now sit down, come follow me now. fi feel me, nobody no give me. Anything possible with positivity. Pot of a bubble and food in a surplus. Juggle man a juggle in a this a circus. Bad mind better learn them words not hurt us. Jah said me as fi serve a purpose. Fi tell you get up. No second fi a make up. No get caught up or set up your wash up with office. Set up the a go. Get up. Nah sit down with no one fi give me nothing coming no. Better. Real hustle no how fi make some out of nothing man. Go get her, go get her, go get her. Go get her, go get her, go get her, man. Go get her, go get her, go get her. Now sit down, come follow me now, watch it. Washington, go get her, Papina. Go get her, Trench Town, go get her, go get her, go. You went then, go get her, Luke Lane, go get her, Grand Spencer. Go get her, go get her, go. Sentence, Bess and Portland, go get her. And all the farmer man, plant the hammer, go get her. Brooklyn, Atlanta, and London, go get her. And all African nation, know better be a go. Get her. Now sit down with no one fi give me nothing coming no. Better. Real hustler. Make it out of nothing man. Go get her, go get her, go get her man. Go get her, go get her, go get her real. Go get her, go get her, go get her.
But the title is Go Get a Meds.
Right, so the meds is the... Yes, so the meds is the mentality. So you have to have a go-getter mentality. Okay. Right, so the meds, in Jamaica, when we say meds, I mean, mentality.
See. All right. And the final video, I absolutely am asking you people, I people, to go check out on YouTube, is the tune Rocking in featuring with the great singer, upcoming star Asadenaki. Vibes in that video, beautiful song, makes us want to dance, make us dance. Anyways, so yeah, a little word about the tune Rocking, the video, and the sister Asadenaki.
Yeah, man, being up the Lineage family, the whole Lineage family, you don't know, it's a group of them. That's why it's as a Lineage, but it's a Lineage family. Rest in power to Franz Nooks, from the Lineage family. He was really doing the good works, and by the powers of the Most High, he's not here with us anymore, but we're still representing for him through the Lineage family. And yeah, Asa is there. She's the queen, she's the empress that's pushing the lineage right now. So, Asa is such a beautiful spirit, and I like positive energies around me, and I always wanted to do a collab with a female because I feel like the energy should be balanced. So I wanted my first collab to be with a female. So me and Asa do this song like 2 years ago, and the song, big up to GoldenEye, the producer. And yeah, the song, it just organically evolved. People hear the song from 2 years ago. The song was leaked, and a lot of people had the song all over the world. So one of my friends from Belgium get the song from somebody in Spain, and I'm like, but I never released this song. So it's one of them kind of song there, yeah. So, Rockin' featuring Asa is a very nice tune, very nice daughter. Asa is actually a good artist. She's not just a singer, she's more like a sing-jay. She delivers a lot like I with a lot of lyrics. So this video shows another side of her, a more singy, a more, girly side of Asa Lineage. So yeah, man, check out the video. Video full of vibes. Big up Garth, the director. And I really got a lot of love from, I want to big up Luna from Montreal. She came to Jamaica and she really helped us premiere the video, and she tried to show us as much love as she could on her side. So yeah, we got a lot of love for the video, and the video is like, it has a 90s theme, 90s dancehall house party. That's the vibe. That's the theme to the video.
Sure. Right now, man, don't too feel good on play side. Rockers music now play your side. And I will change the mode.
As a Lineage on your stereo.
Asadenaki on the tracking. Rockin',
whoa, rockin' non-stop,
rockin',
whoa,
rockin' non-stop,
rockin' to the music.
I tell her I can't come in now. GoldenEye,
rockin' to the music.
I tell her I can't come in when you hear boom redeem. No matter squeeze, no machine, rather clean up. Tell us around the team up. Golden night, roll the trees up and we no mind squeeze up. Cause the whole of we have to reach, but smile, beg you please put your seat up. Dance just a eat up, bassline a beat up. Gate man, yo, ease up, make we go shell the place like a peanut. Peggy a dance till her heel broke, the party a feel buck Selecta. Me a beg you wheel up.
Rockin' to the music.
I tell her I can't come into the big boom rhythm. Hey. No matter squeeze the machine, rather squeeze up me queen, come on.
Rockin' to the music.
Not sure where you're green, show your ear siren. Cause we gonna have a good time tonight. Them your vibes hard forget. Hard times we won't forget. Music a bounce, we a dance till we sweat. Dance, we a dance off the stress. Cause Babylon a rather we starve to death. So we step out fresh, like cool breeze in the morning. All if I one pair of shoes, it a fi crisp. Like Martin, Jaja and me rather me staff. We no par with one bag of charge, it just me and me darling. No.
Rockin' to the music.
I tell her I can't come in when you hear boom rhythm. Nobody squeeze the machine, me say go and squeeze your queen, come on.
Rockin' to the music.
Rock and come in, rock and come in. Hey, how we gon' have a good time tonight, a good time tonight.
Rockin' to the music. It makes you go ooh. Rockin' to the music. Makes you go ooh, oh,
Asadenaki, this fortune, really go check it out. Pure positive vibe. This man have a big smile and a big heart, and you can feel it in the music and in these videos. Tell me, my brethren, you were talking a little bit about Rastafari, and can you just tell me a little bit how Rastafari come to play a role in your artistic life?
Yes, I. Well, see, Rastafari now is it's a global livity. You know, it's not a religion; it's a livity. You know, because it's not religion is something given to us by foreign invaders. And I'm quoting from Rastafari himself. Now, Rastafari, people think, what is Rastafari? What is Rastafari? Rastafari is smoking weed. Rastafari is dreadlocks. No. Rastafari is a person. Rastafari, His Imperial Majesty. So we follow the teachings of His Imperial Majesty. So I would encourage all the people to read The Wise Mind of His Imperial Majesty. Thank you very much. You know, I'm doing a promo, you know, for The Wise Mind. Because it's not even about the promo. It's about just getting people in tune. You know, I'm not even trying to sell anything. I'm just saying, check this book out, The Wise Mind. It's a nice introduction to His Imperial Majesty and lets you know what he is all about and what he talks about. And the closer I got to the culture of Rastafari, which, because, you know, it's a culture, is through this book. And when I realized, oh, wow, you know, His Imperial Majesty, he's a lover of all mankind. You know, it's not just a black, it's not an African thing, it's all mankind. He's talking about equality for all mankind. You know, he was a leader in the League of Nations, United Nations, you know what I mean? He's always talking about equality with countries, in between countries, you know. He talks about classism, breaking down the barriers of classism, because we're all one people, you know. So he's really a worldly man. And that's why the world love Rastafari, because, you know, you have Rastas everywhere. So it's a natural thing. So Rasta grow every year.
In 72 nations.
You understand? So Rastafari is the united nation, you know? So yeah, man, so Rastafari really help I and I with our livity, our living, you know? And we learn a lot by reading, you know? And we give thanks and we try to put it now in the music, because maybe a lot of people won't read, but they'll listen to the music. So Rastafari has helped I and I to, you know, helped I with the messages, you understand?
You have a new tune that's coming out soon. Am I allowed to speak about that?
Let's talk about that. Well, yeah, man, you know, the one new tune, people look out for Follow the Leader. It's creating a buzz. It's like rocking. It's doing a thing like rocking. It's not released, but people are already requesting it. The song has been recorded. Thank the Most High. Before I flew to Montreal, I made that my mission because I was like, yo, I have to get, I performed the song live and everyone loves it. So I said, yo, I have to get the recording done. So I got the recording done. So you can look out for it very soon because the recording is done. All left now is for it to be mixed and mastered. So, dropping very soon, Follow the Leader. And it's really about following the lead of the Most High. Follow the leader. Because the Most High should guide our path and lead our path to anything we want. So we just follow him or follow, the spirit. You know what I mean? Follow your spirit. Stay in tune to yourself. So it's just that kind of message. So, we want to really look out for this one. It's going to be a big one. I feel it. I feel this one.
Yes, yeah, man. So that's absolutely fascinating. Bro, maybe it's time, because we're talking about feeling and how you feel your music. So maybe it's time to speak a little bit about the inspiration that you received, because you came on this earth, Mr. Asadenaki, with a little, let's say, musical inspiration in your family, right? Can you tell us a little bit about that and how it inspired your music in your youth?
Well, I have to say that I am blessed being born in a family such as the Wailers family, the Wailers lineage. That's why me and Azza link up, because we're from lineage, each lineage to lineage. So, yeah, I'm from the Wailers line, and big up to Bunny Wailer, my father. And yeah, it's been inspiring. And the best thing, funniest thing, most people think because I'm Bunny Wailer's son, that I grew up in music and mom was surrounded, and it was destined, but it wasn't a thing that we planned. My father never pushed music onto me because I'm a footballer, So all my life I'm the baller of the family. I play football in college, I play football all my life. So I never planned to be a musician. You understand? But it's while playing football, one of my teammates is into music. He was a rapper, and him draw me into this rap thing, and I realized that I had a knack for writing lyrics. And then when I finished school and I forward to Jamaica, my sister Sensi Love was heading straight forward into the music, so I was supporting her by doing some video work, some backup singing, some percussion. And then I realized that I love music just as much as, my father or even her or even, you know what I mean? So it's a thing where it just naturally came, and then I started pushing because I realized that I have some innate talents, people don't realize that it's real, when your father does it, it's like certain things, like for example, harmonies. I don't know, I can't explain it why I can do a harmony so well, but I know it's because of my father, because he's been doing it all his life, so he passed that through in his genes. So I just have this little ability. I don't know where I get it from. I never trained for it, because I told you I've been playing football all my life. But for some reason, you sing a note, I can harmonize it.
All right. Yeah, man. We heard that at the show, especially when you're singing acoustic. It was really beautiful when we get to hear that voice. So you toured with your father, Bunny Wailer. Maximum big up and respect to Bunny Wailer. I have been full enjoying this few days hanging out with Asadenaki, because he's been showing me a few songs of Bunny Wailer, which as a reggae man, as a radio man, I was super happy to know about, man. Big tunes. So be sure to go check out this Armageddon. Massive tune. Black Heart album, the whole album. Bunny Wailer, a massive album. So did you tour with your dad during your youth? So you get to see the reggae world kind of thing?
No, I didn't. My father was touring and I was going to school playing football. I did get to tour with him now in this day and age. A couple of years back, when he saw that I was serious about the music and I'm playing the guitar. So I went on a couple of shows with him. I went to Australia with him. I went to New Caledonia. We went to Tortola. I did a couple of small shows with my father, opened for Bunny Wailer, so that was exciting. And got some good feedback from the people. I was a growing musician. I was playing my guitar live on stage. So the people love that, because they love to see the son traveling with the father and these things. So, it's a thing that has helped me. I got to get on the big stage, huge stage, thousands of people or tens of thousands of people. So I got that early, butterflies get kicked out of my stomach. I don't have the luxury of being nervous because of these shows. I was kind of pushed on stage, early in my career. So I give thanks for that though, because I think it helps me now in performing now. I'm not, focused on. I'm more happy to see. The more people I see, the happier I am, because I want to reach all these people instead of being nervous, So it's a thing, when you're doing music, you have to really let go of certain vibe, and nerves is one of them. Anxious is the next thing, because the next thing is when you want something too bad and you start getting upset because you don't get it. You have to stay calm. You have to just push, continue push. If you really want it, just continue push.
Okay, man. Yeah, man, for sure. But I must say, I really want to know about how it was to grow up the son of Bunny Wailer. Can you tell me a little bit about, I don't know, what it is to have a Rasta pops, and I don't know, how was your youth?
Well, my father is a very serious Rastafari. My father used to always tell us when we were young, he's like, you see that? Because my father is the kind of man, you come into the house, there's a portrait of Haile Selassie there. You go into the kitchen, there's a portrait of Haile Selassie there. You go into his office, portraits all around the office. So he used to tell us, he never forced, my father, Bunny Wailer, never forced anything that he lived on us as children. So he was a musician, he never forced music on us. He's a Rasta. He never forced Rasta on us, although he raised us as a Rasta. He grew our natty from we young. He must always tell me, look, everyone is their own tree. You're just a seed. You're gonna grow into your own tree. So I am just, letting you bloom. I worship Rastafari. Rastafari leads the way for me. But you're gonna grow into that, and I appreciated that as a man. Because most people indoctrinate their kids. My father was kind of more like, you have to live the Rasta way, but you don't have to really, I can't force you to learn this, because Rastafari is a research thing, If you know anything about Rastafari, it's a research thing. It's people in Jamaica that were in the ghettos, that they were trying to figure out why they live like this, and then they trace their lineage to Africa, and then they trace their lineage to King David and King Solomon. You understand? And then they see the king rise from that lineage, Emperor Haile Selassie rise from that lineage and is king in that time. So that's how you know what I mean? So they were like, wait a minute, who is this man? He's an African, unconquerable state, Ethiopia, unconquerable. We don't know that. We're conquered people, we're colonialized people, so we don't know that life. Yeah, they don't understand that. They're like, to see a man like Haile Selassie, emperor, king of kings, as an African, I think, we looked to that as a just like how we had Marcus Garvey, and Marcus Garvey said, look to the east for the coming of a black king. So it was a kind of a prophesized situation, and it really helped, because that's how reggae music was born, and Bob Marley, led the way, and all these reggae artists for younger artists to have a hope, and even to have a guide too, and have a path. You understand?
Because Bunny Wailer, I guess, saw His Majesty when he came to Jamaica.
Funny story about that. Bunny Wailer was touring with the Wailers. When His Imperial Majesty was coming to Jamaica, Bunny Wailer was flying to England. So he didn't get to witness it, but it impacted him as much as it impacted all the Jamaicans that witnessed it.
Cool. And you wear a beautiful golden coin that His Majesty personally touched, right?
Yeah, I found this piece in my father's room. I was cleaning his room, and I found this and another war medal, because these are war medals. So I found this and another war medal, like a big one. So I gave them to my father, and I said, yo, can I have it? And he's like, no, you can't have this. But then he's like, you can get this small one. And I didn't know what it was. I just saw the emperor on it, and I thought it was a coin. And then one day during my radio show, I had a guest come in who was very, because, you have to learn from each other, so he knew more about, the ancient history and all these things. And he saw it on my chest. He's like, yo, will you get that? That's a war medal. He's like, did you know the king gave those to the soldiers by hand? He didn't let anyone else take it himself and give each soldier when he gave the medals. So he's like, this is powerful stuff. So, I was already wearing it and felt, but now I'm like, I know what it is.
Oh man, that's very cool, man. Yeah, big up Rasta, man. Jah love, maximum respect. You're saying you have a radio show, which is called Culture Classics, right. And as a radio man, I'm also very curious about what you're doing as a radio man in Jamaica. So please tell me all about your radio show.
All right. Well, it's Culture Classics, RGR 94. It's a big radio station in Jamaica, and they give I a midnight slot from 12 to 5 in the morning. So, my job is to keep the people entertained, from those hours. And
9 to 5?
12 to 5. So it's midnight to 5 a.m. Oh. So I get the late nighters and I get the early morning people, FM. So it's a big thing. It's a big part of my growth because, you learn a lot when you do radio. You play music you never heard about because people will call in and request a song you've never heard, and then you research the song, you find the song. You know what I mean? So I learned a lot about music doing the show, Culture Classics. I've met a lot of interesting people, even the fact that I'm here now, I linked up, I mentioned Luna earlier, she came to Culture Classics, that's how I met Luna. Supernova, Dub School, well, I knew them before, but they came on the radio show, and that's how I built the relationship. So, it's good to do a radio show. I'm an entertainer, so it's not hard, I just talk on the mic and, and to entertain the people.
Yeah, man. So it's mostly music, or do you sometimes have guests and you talk about different subjects?
Yes, I've had many guests. It's a 5-hour show, so you can only imagine I have to fill the 5 hours, right? So we have a chatbot segment. We've talked to like all the up and coming artists, especially, but we've even had interviews with Bunny Wailer, of course, the big bad Bunny Wailer. We had interview with Marcia Griffiths. We have interview with a lot of legends as well. I think I had Ras Michael, Sons of Negos. Ras Michael. He came into studio, and then of course Kabaka, Janai, and Protege. All of them come past through my show, But it is really aimed at. Then the tagline of the show is keeping the link, connecting the older and the younger people, because Jamaica has a rich music history, and we kind of skip over a lot of it because now we're in the dancehall era, of the leg of the music, because it came from Mento, ska, rocksteady, reggae, dancehall, and now we're, of course you have roots music. That's why they called it the reggae revival when Chronix and everybody was pushing, because dancehall really had taken over, and now reggae was cool again. But reggae has never died, because of course you had the Sizzler, the Caperton, the I Win, you know what I mean? And then the I-Octane at one point was reggae. He's dancehall a bit now, but you had that surge. So I think the reggae revival thing was just a tagline that people ran with, but I don't think it's correct, because I don't think reggae, to say a revival means something was dead. I don't think reggae ever died. Reggae can never dead.
Yes, big up Pressure Bus Pipe, who said exactly the same thing.
Big up Pressure Bus Pipe.
All right. And you also, can we listen to Culture Classics online?
Yes, it's rgr94fm.com. So it's live stream. It's the only radio, not the only, but it's one of the only radio stations in Jamaica that you can get free online. You can listen to me 12 to 5 Jamaican time, so I don't know what time that is your time, but yeah, or 1 to 6 in Canada here. Yeah.
All right. So for all my workers, my late night workers, man, just tune in to like Asadenaki live in Jamaica. That's gonna make your night shift a bit easier.
We actually have a big Canada following. Yeah, Saskatoon, Toronto. We have a lot of listeners that call in and tell us they're Jamaicans. A lot of Jamaicans migrate to Canada for work, so they know RGR as the station, so they listen to RGR. So we get a lot of Canada listeners, actually.
Cool, man. So right after this, we're gonna maybe speak a little bit about your North America tour, because you're right now in Montreal, by the way, and you're having a few next gigs in Vermont and Maine, and you're gonna tell us a little bit about that. But right before, on your artistic works, you also make movies. So right?
Well, that sounds good. I've made a movie. I made a mini movie, but I'm into film.
Is it? Can we see it?
Yes, we can watch it. It's called Initiation. So before Asadenaki was a solo artist, it was the Tough Gang. Tough Gang was a group, a reggae band, and I was the lead singer, you know. So I made a movie introducing Tough Gang to the world. We're dropping a EP. Our first EP was called Freedom Seeds, and it was about planting seeds of freedom, which is putting in the hard work to be self-sustainable, you know what I mean? To have to be self-reliant. So that was the concept. So I did a mini movie to promote the EP. You know, it was a lot of people really, World of Reggae premiered it, and we even had premieres in Jamaica. People love that movie, so you guys should check it out. It's fun. And yeah, you know, it taught me a lot, because I studied film, and I'm always introduced to film. I worked also in TV, you know, a couple of years. So it is a thing that I love to do. I am a movie maker, because I'm sure I'm going to be making some movies between now and the end of my life. You know, God, you know, permits I to do that. But I am very much, because seeing is believing, and the thing I've learned in media is that how we behave is based on what we've seen in movies, based on what we see in TV. You know what I say? What we know, what is normal and what's not normal, is what we see on TV. So we identify ourselves on TV. So even with the culture of Africans, you know, the reason why the African people aren't, the ones that are in the diaspora, the reason why we're not connected to Africa is because what we see on TV for Africa is wildlife, the jungle, and people starving, and, you know. But when you go to Africa, I've never been, but I've heard people tell me that it's very, you know, civilization is booming there. You have African countries that are like the leading, you know, like in, you know, and a lot of things, even like Nigeria has a very heavy film industry right now, and so, you know, it's a thing that we need to do. I think as an artist, not just being an artist, I need to also show the people, not only singing, but to show the people how the liberty is, you know, because seeing is believing. You know, hearing is good, but seeing, when them see it, that's why music videos rule. You can't have a song without a music video these days, because everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to see the video. You know, if you don't have a video for a song, it's because the song not hit or something. Once your song hit it, off a video. You get me? I say, because the people them want to see you do it. Them not believe it till them see it, and then the videos promote the songs. Because even for my songs, for example, it's the videos, the living video promote the song way more than me releasing the song.
Yes, cool. I'm curious. I'd like to ask you tons of questions, but you know what? We're also with some very special people, and I think we're gonna get them into right now, because this tour in Montreal has been a lot of fun and been big connection. So right before that, so no, yeah, we're there. So yeah, so okay, so let's talk about it and let's get them into the show. Mm-hmm. All right, come right back. So we're right back with Empress Sista Luna, Selecta Luna, that we've been meeting at the dub schools in Montreal, here in Montreal. And so you, through other Jamaican friends, participated in organizing the tour for Asadenaki?
Yes, actually, since I started Dub School Montreal, well, the link with Asadenaki and Nova was there like long time ago. But since we have Sata involved in the thing, we decided to put the name of Dub School on his tour, because he will be doing, well, he did Dub School in Kingston before he left Jamaica. And his first stop on his tour was to do Dub School Montreal, and he's going to Dub School Vermont tomorrow, I think. Yeah. All right. So that was like the idea, you know, to share the different dub school and make a little tour about it. So yeah.
Okay. Big up, in persona. Big up for spreading the reggae vibes and like making all these like beautiful connections with Jamaica. It's been so precious. So I give thanks to the Max and also to the Brethren Supernova. That's organizing the thing in Jamaica. It's been a wonderful experience to improvise music through the dub school event. So once again, my people, reach to the dub schools wherever you day in the world. If you see there's a dub school, reach and don't hesitate to go improvise and share on the mic some words of poetry and come and dance together, laugh together, drink and of course juice and all kinds of things. Yeah. Anyways, all right. So I guess it's time to meet Preach.
Mm-hmm. Well, I wanna big up Selecta Luna. Plug Selecta Luna. Her first major selection was on Culture Classics. Is that where you got the name? No, DJ Luna, didn't I? Yeah, were you already? Dub School. You were DJ Luna. Well, she came to Culture Classics, and that was the first time I've seen her in action. And I gave her my nod of approval. Yeah. So she's been around, and I really want to just big her up because she really, even with Preach, who we're going to meet, she made the link. She really reached out to Kalmunity. She has great things to say. She always encouraged me about Kalmunity. So it was a great vibe with the show. I went there, and it was a nice vibe. We'll talk more about Kalmunity with Preach, but I just want to say, Selecta Luna was the link to Kalmunity.
Thank you so much. I appreciate.
Yes, all right. Give thanks and praise to the Most High Jah who make everything possible. So we'll be right back with the man called Preach from Kalmunity who's going to join this conversation. Yes, I.
God of mercy. I tell you what, Team Hustle, I like their presentation. They had a good idea of how to implement their piece into one. Yes, you know what I mean? Yeah. They know that I'm like
We are here with Brethren Preach from Kalmunity. Blessed love, blessed love, bro. Maximum respect. We were hearing you rap last night. Was mad. Just pure vibes every time. Community. I mean, it's renowned and stuff, but I feel like saying it again. Maximum respect and big up and give thanks for the music and all the beautiful creation that's coming from the Kalmunity sessions. Every Tuesday at Petit Campus. Of course, we'll come back to that with more info. So right now, we're with Preach because Asadenaki came to the concert at Petit Campus, and it was a great session. So voila, Preach, can you tell me a little bit about how you link up with Asadenaki and how the concert went and what you thought about it?
Well, definitely have to say, big up to the Most High for one, you know what I mean? And that's definitely, we have to big up my sister in Sheba and the one and only Supernova, you know what I mean? Dub school principal and general, So Sheba was really, I guess we should rewind it a bit, you know what I mean? Kalmunity is a collective of musicians and artists. We've been around for 15 years. And it's a large ship. It's almost about 100 of us at this point. So collectively we do 2 shows every week, Sundays and Tuesdays. Sundays at Cafe Resonance and Tuesdays at Petit Campus. We wanted to be able to expand on the creativity this year. We started a music week, which is basically Canada's first black arts and music festival. 7 days. 8 days next year. So in doing that, me and my sister really got to work and sourcing artists and letting people know that we were out here and that we were looking for different energies to kind of expand upon what we were doing. And after the music week, we figured, it would be cool to keep that energy going. And we wanted to like link up with certain artists, especially undiscovered artists. You know what I mean? Artists that are coming up. You know, it's cool to be able to wanna book a Shabba Ranks or a Spraga Benz or whoever, which are some of my favorite artists. But at the same time, we wanted to know that people were coming to the show for our brand. You know what I mean? And therefore, we can be able to introduce any young artist into the fold. So my sister Sheba hit me up a couple months after the music week, and she said, you know, there's this thing going down called Dub School. She has our Bridget Nova backyard, and he wanted to be able to link with Kalmunity to be able to really build upon the energy, because it's kind of similar to what happens in Jamaica with the teaching element, with the musicians, with the young artists passing the mic. What we do isn't necessarily an open mic, but it flows like an open mic. It flows like it's not a jam session, but we're making tunes, you know what I mean? And we're teaching people how to communicate. So I think it was only natural that we linked up with Dub School to kind of be able to build upon this. And then finding out that DJ Luna was here in Montreal. I've been, for the last couple of months, people have been telling me to link up with Luna because we brought Ibamar here. We brought a couple other artists into the city or whatever. So they were saying, you know, we should link up with DJ Luna to see, you know, if we could spread the word and link it into Dub School or whatever. And then my sister Sheba hit me up once again and said, yo, you know, we have Asadenaki. You know, she didn't even tell me who he was at first, you know. She just said, we have Asadenaki, he's an artist, whatever, you know. And being that the summer was so busy, it took a little while for me to kind of get around to really checking out what going on. And then she hit me back up again and she said, yo, you know, Bridget really wants to come, like Dub School wants to come. We want to see what we could link up. She's coming. He's already coming to link up with Luna. So let me just like do something, you know, on that energy, you know. And once I checked out his music, I was like, yo, I instantly became a fan of the man's music. When I really sat down and like started to like listen to the stuff and stuff, you know, I'm very specific with the artists that I like. And I was like, yo, this guy seems to be on the rise. And then she told me who he was, you know. Then she was like, oh yeah, it's Bunny Wailer's youth. And I was like, man, should I just say that from time? You know what I mean? But I love the way that it was built because, you know, it wasn't, we didn't accept him because of his lineage. We accepted him because his music was wicked already, you know what I mean? And then just being able to bring him through, connect with him at the radio show and all them things there, and really see his energy and the vibe. I was like, yo, this is my brother already, you know? So it was just a natural thing to like bring him down, and man came and mash up the place, man. Mash up the place, man. You understand? So yo, everybody that's listening right now that missed the show, yo, and I'm telling you that you missed our show, man. Cause Asadenaki came through and really set it down and set up some bricks. So hopefully what we'll be able to see is him come back around and build with the crew, hopefully for the music week, hopefully for other experiences in the future and stuff like that, because we done indoctrinated him, you know what I mean? Asadenaki is a community artist at this point, you know what I'm saying? And hopefully we could even get back to Jamaica at some point and really link up and continue this energy, you see?
Yes, I. Yeah, man. It was truly a wonderful session, like with so many like awesome, gifted singers that passed through last night. Big up all to all the singers. There'll be a video soon available for people to check out the session. It was really magical. Talented like rappers like yourself and everything. Like what a musical experience. How did you like the community experience, bro? Can you tell us a word about your experience?
Well, yeah, man. First, I have to big up Preach. You know what I'm saying? Because Preach really opened the gates. You see me? With us walk through, and you know, I felt even before the performance, I already felt like part of the family. You know what I'm saying? Because Preach had done kind of set that trend there. You know, but the night I never expected that Preach. I promise. We went to sound check. We literally went back to where I was staying for like 25 minutes, and we forward back. The place full. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what? But just leave here, you know what I'm saying? So the place full and the vibes and people are dancing, and like it was very, you know, it was a vibe that I would only dream of walking into like that, knowing I'm going to perform tonight. So it was a little much for me. I was kind of like, you know, Luna had to say, yo, you good at Asadenaki? And I'm like, you know, I was good at the voice at the sound check, but now I'm a little nervous now. You know, I said seeing the great singers on stage, Preach, them ripping it. So it was just nice, and it really, like, instead of being nervous, I was more motivated before I performed. Like, by the time I was ready to perform, I was very, you know, because I got a chance to witness the show, to see the love, to see how they're doing the set, to see how one person bring the subject and everybody kind of flow on that topic, and how organic and how smooth it was happening. I more kind of felt, it calmed me down to just know that, yo, this is real, this is happening, this is like energy, this is like love. You can just feel it. You know what I say? Community, was a lot of love I felt. And the performance, the people them, you know, the tracks, there was a different setting at first with the tracks, and the people them, you know, sat down and watch and really take in, and them start interact with me now, and, you know, it was just a nice vibe. And then Preach them gave me the opportunity to actually perform with the band. I did acoustic and then I performed with the band, and that was just straight shellings. So, and then even at the end, I even got a chance to have a community experience with that last song. Me and Preach share the stage, is the man say, and me and the band with Preach, and other people come on stage and do their piece. And yeah, man, it was a really, really nice ital vibe. You know what I say? It was just a memory. It was one of those nights, you know, where you're gonna remember for the rest of your life.
The world won by 1%, but when talk yours one respect. The world won by 1%, but when see enough points I want. See I'm time for the time for the week. They on the grind every day and every week. So I'm beat up the time if I wait to eat revolution. Time and time. Enough time in a sleep. So much thing they pop me mind like a geek. History always pick up the Greek. Leave out the facts and them learn from the but time and the key. Unlock the truth and try to show. From the wise and prudent to the baby to real. And for time was young, I said, me a right to the like, let's eat the main reason. Tell back and forth. Wise to the wall. Asadenaki.
Community is a unique experience. So just so people understand well, because maybe not everybody really knows, community is like a collective of like impro artists. Like, do new musicians come into the group? How does that work out?
Yeah, man, we're inducting musicians and artists almost every week, every month. You know, definitely it's they are improv artists, an improv collective, but everybody's a professional musician on some level, and sometimes it's their first time coming into an improv situation. So, you know, we're trying to give people a chance to, outside of the rehearsal settings and the corporate settings and everything that they do when they have to rehearse music, we like to just give them the freedom to express, you know, because we live in a world where, you know, we have to watch our words and coordinate our experiences and our interactions with everybody, that sometimes you want a moment that's not overly coordinated, you know what I mean? That's not just, you know, it's not minced, you know, and that's the greatest thing about Kalmunity is that the people that come to experience Kalmunity know what we're about. So it's the one platform in the city that you're free to speak. You know what I mean? You are free to express yourself. And as long as it's conscious and it's positive and it's progressive, you know, yes, it might be a little, what do you call it, a taboo, or, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it's freedom, and it's true freedom of speech and expression. So we welcome anybody that, you know, understands that form of expression and understands that we're trying to build a legacy of black arts and black music in this city, you know, and wants to join in that voice and that expression. We definitely welcome everybody to come and experience, and maybe even come and join in the experience.
Yo, so Kalmunity is every Tuesday right now.
Every Sunday.
And and every Sunday. So, but at different places, right? Because on the Tuesdays, it's at Le Petit Campus on Prince Arthur and Saint Laurent, and so every Tuesday, and that you'll have like big artists, the reggae vibes, hip hop vibes, soul, R&B vibes, and jazz, and all that kind of awesomeness. And the Sunday sessions are the community jazz sessions. Can you give us some info on those?
That happens every Sunday at Cafe Resonance. That's 5175 Park Avenue, right? And it's a little different, stripped down. Happens in a vegan cafe for now. Definitely, we have some big announcements coming, so we tell people to check that out. But it's, if you enjoy Kalmunity Tuesdays and you enjoy the energy of it, but you want something a little more relaxed, a lot of times, as Asadenaki said at the beginning of his set, people were really just taking it in, you know? So Sundays is when people could just really come and take in the vibe.
Like sit down and enjoy a meal. And actually,
if you're a Rasta man, if you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, you could come in and get an amazing meal with the show. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, true. Big bowls. You have these sushi bowls, avocado bowls, not sushi bowls, but avocado bowls with, you know, all kind of awesomeness, chili, vegan food awesomeness. Vegan. Cafe Resonance. So actually, I'm gonna make that a thing, man. Like to come and have a Sunday little warm thing with some community vibe. That's gonna keep us warm during the winter, man. Exactly. Yes, so that's great news. You guys are all about freestyle. Can you tell me what's the key to freestyle?
Well, I mean, funny enough, like, I'm one of the few artists in the collective that my freestyle is still derived from, like, written pieces and stuff that I kind of mix and match or whatever. But what I've come to really understand is, once again, that freedom of thought. You know what I mean? It's that space that happens between the air and the void. You know what I'm saying? So it's really space. You know what I mean? It's really being able to put yourself in a place where you are just free and that you can just go. And a lot of times that becomes my problem sometimes too, is that as much as you're going, you're still like, wait, I need a direction. So you start thinking, you know, and some of our best freestylers in Kalmunity, shout out Serenity, shout out Abishai, shout out Emrakal, shout out Shem G, shout out. You know what I'm saying? Some of those the best freestylers. And then, you know, Jason, the captain, where the energy really starts from. Their expression is so free that it's admirable. You know what I mean? It's a space that I think that we can all hope to get to, you know, as artists, to just be on stage. And like, I'll look at them at the side and I'll say, this is the theme. You have something? And they're like, yeah, I always got something. I always have something. Yeah, man, ready to go. So that's an amazing quality to have. And if I can, you know, inspire any youth out there that's listening in their creativity, is let your creativity move freely, express freely, and just let it be open. Don't overthink what you're doing or what you're saying. You know what I mean? Because the moment you start thinking, then you're contriving your art. And it's the opposite to everything that we want.
Thanks. Give thanks. Yes, wow. So, you guys, will there be any, because I was very blessed to participate in one of the community home sessions workshops, where you'd go and like learn kind of to improvise, and it was like not a stage and stuff. Are there gonna be any more of those?
Definitely. We have the workshops coming back. Kalmunity as a brand is really expanded. So we have a lot of different things coming towards people in 2019. So, you know, stay tuned. Kalmunity.com. All the goodies are coming towards you guys.
All right. Because there's nothing as... so the workshops are really awesome. Like, even if you're beginning to improvise, if you kind of like... For singing, if you know, have started singing or started practicing your instrument or whatnot, you can come and try to like work something out and yeah, it's a very interesting experience. I can't say it was easy for me, but I'd love to go again and awesomeness. Do you want to give us a little a cappella of your new tune before we go, or I don't know, what should we do to say goodbye? Any words before we finish?
Yeah, well, I can just say I had a great time in Montreal, and you know, this whole community thing is a breath of fresh air, really. You know, even in Jamaica when I was doing my drops, I had a drop for community that I never did, so I'll just do that.
We have to tell Choq that you're a Canadian now.
Yeah, straight. Choq, big up yourself.
Yeah, I'm a Canadian now. We teeth him, Choq, we teeth him.
So I'm going to wrap it up like this. Unity, bring with true scrutiny, community. Raise the youth beautifully, me used to say. My mother sees each every opportunity for bringing food for me, so... Easy this, so. You see me, I say? Pie.
Community dub players. You see me?
Yo, max respect, man. And just before we go, I just remember there's also a radio show, community radio show link up.
Definitely. So CKUT is giving us the blessing to be able to come in every now and then and do these community sessions. So once again, Kalmunity.com. Check out when we're on. We've been taking over Funky Revolutions and all other shows. So your show might be next. Your show might be next. We might just come for your show and take it all over.
Welcome, man. In a community, man, that's what we do on Alaroots, man. All about community, oneness. And yeah, man. Give thanks for being. Mm-hmm. Give thanks. Have a beautiful tour. Have a wonderful tour. Big up Vermont. Janai and Jadan Blackamore. Give thanks for your vibes, brethren. Just pure love, it was a wonderful teaching and experience, and just a joy to be with the same, man. Just a full joy for link up. And so yeah, man, all the best for the music. And if ever you want to promote anything, Alaroots, you know, like, we respect your art maximum, and can't wait to hear more.
One of the baddest artists, coming up. Check out Asadenaki, my people. You understand?
Yes, sir.
He will be back in Montreal.
Yes.
That is a promise.
Looking forward.
Yes, I. Blessed love.
Bless.
Blessed love.